Hello and welcome back to the British Accent Podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Nick. Today's episode is all about something incredibly simple but surprisingly powerful, describing your day in English as a daily speaking practice.
That's right. You don't need a language partner or a classroom to improve your spoken English. Sometimes, just talking about what you did today can make a real difference, especially when you do it consistently.
Whether you're walking home, brushing your teeth, or just lying in bed before sleep, talking through your day in English helps you build fluency, expand your vocabulary, and boost your confidence.
We'll explore how to do it naturally, without overthinking, and how even basic reflections like, I made a cup of tea, or I felt tired at work, can slowly strengthen your grammar and pronunciation.
And we'll share some tips for keeping it interesting, even if your day wasn't particularly exciting. Because remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about making English a regular part of your thinking.
So grab a cup of something warm, and let's talk about how simply describing your day can unlock powerful speaking practice. No pressure, no scripts, just you and your thoughts in English.
Alright, let's get into how you can actually start doing this. One of the easiest ways is just to pretend you're telling a friend about your day. Imagine someone asking, "So, what did you do today?" And then you answer in English. It might feel odd at first, especially if you're doing it alone, but trust us, it's incredibly useful.
Absolutely. And you don't have to wait until the end of the day either. You can do it throughout the day in small moments. For example, while you're waiting for your coffee to brew, you might say quietly to yourself, "I woke up a bit late today. I was really tired. Then I had a quick shower and made some toast." That's it. You're practicing English, without a textbook, without a teacher.
And if you're worried about accuracy, don't be. This isn't about speaking perfect English. It's about getting used to forming thoughts in English, getting used to the sound of your own voice in the language, and slowly training your brain to switch over more easily.
Another tip is to start small and grow from there. Maybe at first, you just say one or two things. I'm tired. I worked all day. It was raining. That's fine. As you get more comfortable, you can expand. Talk about how you felt, what you wanted to do but didn't, what annoyed you or made you happy.
Here's an example. You might say, "I was late for the bus this morning. I spilled tea on my shirt and had to change. I was frustrated, but I still made it on time. Work was busy, but I finished a big task." All of that is simple, everyday language, and brilliant practice.
If you're more of a writing person, you can write it down and then read it out loud. Reading your own words makes the practice feel more personal and helps with pronunciation and rhythm too.
Exactly. And over time, this habit helps you not only with speaking but also with thinking in English. It's the kind of practice that adds up quietly in the background, and one day, you'll find yourself speaking more fluidly without even realizing how you got there. You might even surprise yourself. Once you get into the habit, you start noticing more around you. You become more aware of your thoughts and feelings, and how to express them in English. It's a lovely, reflective way to practice.
And don't worry if your day feels too boring to talk about. The language of real life is never boring in language learning. Talking about laundry, cooking, commuting, it's all useful, because it's the kind of English you'll use the most. And if you want to take it one step further, you can record yourself. Just on your phone. It doesn't have to be shared with anyone. But listening back, even a week or two later, can show you how much you're improving, even if it's just a little.
And that little bit of improvement every day really adds up. That's the magic of consistency. Even 5 minutes a day of speaking English out loud can make a difference over time.
You don't need a perfect routine. You just need a few quiet moments to reconnect with your English voice. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the bus, or brushing your teeth, your day is full of hidden opportunities to practice.
Another thing that really helps is using transition words, simple phrases like then, after that, but, or because. These help you build longer, more natural sentences. So instead of just saying, I cooked dinner, you might say, I cooked dinner because I was really hungry after work. Then I watched a show on Netflix. These little words make your English sound much smoother.
Yes. And if you want to get even more out of this practice, try using different tenses. So maybe talk about what you did today, but also what you will do tomorrow, or what you usually do. For example, tomorrow, I will go shopping, or I usually wake up around 7. Mixing it up like this gives you natural grammar practice, without even thinking too hard about it.
And if you ever feel stuck, like you don't know the word for something, don't stop. Just describe it. If you don't know how to say laundry basket, you could say the thing I put my dirty clothes in. That's still communication. That's still English. And you're training your brain to work around gaps, which is exactly what fluent speakers do all the time.
I love that point, Nick. Because it shows that being fluent isn't about knowing every word, it's about being flexible. And the more you practice describing your day, the more comfortable you get with that flexibility.
Another great habit is to use questions. Pretend someone is asking you, what happened next, or how did that make you feel, and answer them. You can say things like, next, I felt really tired, but proud of myself. It turns the monologue into more of a conversation, which makes it even more engaging.
And if you have a mirror nearby, you can practice speaking while looking at yourself. This might feel strange at first, but it actually helps with confidence. You get used to seeing yourself speak English, and over time, that becomes more natural. You're basically coaching yourself.
Yeah, you become your own speaking partner. And that's powerful. No scheduling, no waiting for someone else, just you, your voice, and your English, wherever you are.
One last tip. If you're tired or don't have much energy, even a sentence or two is enough. Just saying out loud, I'm tired. I worked all day. I need a rest, is still good practice. It's not about perfection. It's about keeping the connection alive.
Exactly. Keeping that connection to the language, even in the smallest way, is what keeps your progress moving. It's quiet, steady growth. The kind that lasts.
And the best part is, you don't need anything fancy. No app, no textbook, no teacher. Just your thoughts, your voice, and a bit of courage. That's all. You can do this while brushing your teeth, making a sandwich, or waiting for the kettle to boil. It's completely free, and it's completely in your control.
You can even describe your surroundings, what you see, hear, or feel. Like it's raining outside. The room is warm. I'm sitting at my desk with a cup of tea. This kind of observation helps you notice the language that describes your everyday world. And the more you notice, the more naturally you'll start to use it.
Exactly. It's about building awareness. When you say things out loud, even simple things, your brain starts treating English like a living language, not just a school subject. And when English feels alive in your mind, you start reaching for it more often, without even thinking.
Another gentle technique is to speak about imaginary situations. Like, if I could travel anywhere today, I'd go to the mountains, or, if I had a robot to clean my house, I'd spend the day reading. It's fun, creative, and great grammar practice.
And if you're shy or worried someone might hear you, whisper. Whispering still activates your speaking muscles and your brain. Or just move your lips without making sound. You're still rehearsing the rhythm and flow of English, and it still counts.
Honestly, the secret is consistency, not volume. You don't need to shout your English to the world. You just need to use it, regularly, quietly, gently. That's where real fluency grows. Bit by bit. Day by day.
And sometimes, it helps to give yourself a small task, like talking through your to-do list in English. You could say, today I need to go shopping, reply to some emails, and cook dinner. These tiny moments reinforce vocabulary that's already meaningful to you.
Yes, and even if you repeat the same kinds of sentences each day, that's completely fine. Repetition is a powerful learning tool. The more you say it, the more automatic it becomes. One day, you'll catch yourself thinking in English before you realize it.
And if you ever get stuck on a word, you can just describe it instead. For example, if you forget the word microwave, you can say that machine I use to heat food quickly. This trains your brain to stay in English mode, even when you don't know everything.
That's a really important point. Fluency isn't about knowing every word. It's about keeping the conversation going, even with limited vocabulary. When you talk to yourself in English, you practice exactly that, staying fluid, creative, and brave.
And sometimes you'll make mistakes. That's okay. In fact, that's brilliant. Mistakes mean you're trying. And when you try again, you grow. No one's listening, no one's judging. It's your space. Your safe, private classroom.
Honestly, this habit can change everything. Just 5 or 10 minutes a day of speaking English to yourself can add up to hours over time. And those hours build confidence, the quiet, steady kind that lasts.
So, if you've been feeling unsure about how to start speaking more, just begin with yourself. Talk about your day, describe what you see, name your feelings. It may feel silly at first, but it's one of the most powerful, private tools you have for learning.
Absolutely. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present with the language. And the more you welcome English into your daily thoughts, the more natural it becomes. Quiet practice is still real practice.
Thank you so much for joining us on the British Accent Podcast. Remember, even a whisper in English can be a strong step forward. Keep going, softly, steadily, and always with kindness.
We'll see you next time. Keep speaking, even if it's just to yourself. You're doing more than enough.
Take care.